In the last video, I encouraged you to make your own graph of a parabola following the equation y equals x squared, but keeping in mind that you are actually plotting y equals ax squared, where a is equal to 1. In this video, we're going to explore what happens when a is not equal to 1. There's a picture on page 62 of your book that looks very much like this, like some giant weird spider monster. Don't be thrown away by that, thrown off by that, not thrown away, thrown off, because we are going to make sense out of this spider one by one. I think looking at it like that is just like overwhelming. There, it's gone. What we're going to do first, in black, I'm going to plot y equals ax squared, where a is equal to 1. You should have a graph that looks something like that too. Now, instead of a being equal to 1, what if a was equal to minus 1? Then we would have the equation y equals minus x squared. First, let's see what happens to this in a table. Here you see the two points that I'm going to be plotting. When x is 0, y is still going to be 0. So this graph is going to go through the origin. When x is 1, x squared is 1, but we're taking the negative of that. Y is going to be negative 1. When x is 2, x squared is 4, but we're taking the negative of it, so y will be negative 4. When x is 3, x squared is 9, but we're taking the negative. We're multiplying that by minus 1, a, so that will be minus 9. By the same token, as we said before, when x is minus 1, x squared will be 1, but we're multiplying that by minus 1 to give you the minus 1. And similarly with minus 2 and minus 3, which means that this graph will also be symmetric with respect to the y-axis. However, it's going to be pointing down instead of pointing up. All of the values will turn out to be negative numbers. So everything will be below the x-axis. So let's go back and put that in. I'm going to try to use a slightly different color. It's going to look like this. So the first thing that's important to notice about the a coefficient on this equation is that when a is negative, the parabola points downward. When a is positive, the parabola points upward. So that's one of the reasons that that chart on that page looks so incredibly complicated. Now, what they have done is also to show you what is going to happen when a takes a value greater than 1 and when a takes a value that is less than 1. And I'm going to continue that in another video because I don't want you to have those loading problems that you had before.